morning, Lions. Happy Monday to you. It is our last Monday of August, our last day of August. I hope you have a fabulous end to the first kind of month of school. It is Monday, August 31st, 2020. Today for lunch in the cafeteria, it is a yummy one. Beefy nachos, one of my favorites. And for breakfast tomorrow, if you're doing the grab and go breakfast in your classroom, is a cheese omelet and toast. Sounds like a great way to start your day. All right, we definitely had a cold front move in over the weekend, so yesterday was pretty warm. Today our highs are only expected to be 78 degrees. Current temperatures are 46, so it definitely got a little chillier. And your expected recess temperatures will be anywhere from 61 to 72 degrees. So it's definitely going to be nice enough you don't have to have a jacket, but you might want like a nice little overshirt or a sweatshirt or something light. Just remember, if you take it off, it is your responsibility to make sure that it gets brought back in. All right, so we have a couple holidays. They both are holidays that'll probably make your stomach growl. They both have to do with food. So National Eat Outside Day. Think back to the cavemen. They used to eat outside every day. But as time has came, the modern day, we pretty much eat most of our meals indoors, and eating outside for a picnic or a barbecue are kind of special events in this day and age. So it's National Eat Outside Day and National Trail Mix Day. It's a high-packed energy snack that keeps you going. So a lot of times hikers like to have a trail mix because the high energy foods help them make it on their hike. So it is National Trail Mix Day. Some foods that might be in your trail mix: peanuts, raisins, one of my favorites, M&Ms. But you can make it with almost anything. So I hope you enjoyed those 2 days. Let's talk a little bit about our message for Monday. We've talked about some of the rules and why we have rules to keep us safe and help everybody be respectful and responsible. Last week we talked about making eye contact, and some of these will go right along with that. Rule number 6 is conversations. If you are asked a question, you should answer and then ask a question in return. For example, if somebody says, "How are you doing today?" you should answer it, "I'm doing great, thank you," and then ask another question. "And how are you today?" How was your weekend? But ask a question in return. It shows that you care and want to know about the person asking you the question as well. Now last week I noticed I would see people in the hallway and I would acknowledge them. I'd make eye contact. I would even use their name when I was greeting them. A lot of kids didn't greet me back, and I had to make comments about that. So if an adult or anybody greets you or asks you a question, you are expected to go ahead and acknowledge them, answer them, and then ask them a question in return to show that you have polite manners as well. Now, I know we say no talking in the hallway, but I want you to remember that it's okay if it is answering, and especially an adult, and having that good conversation. It would be an expectation of mine that if an adult greets you in the hallway, you make eye contact, you acknowledge them, answer their question, and then ask them about their day or ask them something special in return. Let's see. Rule number 7. Ooh, definitely a good one for this time of year. Coughing, sneezing, and burping. When you cough or sneeze, it's appropriate to turn your head away from others and cover your mouth with the crook of your elbow. Now, we still want to do that. That's better than letting the germs kind of spray everywhere. But it's also important, especially now, that we would wash our hands, wash our elbows. If we know that we're coughing a lot, wearing a mask would be a good way to keep some of those germs inside as well. Using a fist to cough or sneeze is not acceptable anymore. And definitely, you want to say, "Excuse me," and use your manners. So it's going to happen from time to time, but definitely say "excuse you" when you have done that. Rule number 8. Oh my, this is one that unfortunately we see way too often. Smacking lips and eye rolling. Sometimes you get told something that you don't like or you don't agree with. The correct response would be to say, "Okay, and then follow the direction or change the behavior, do what you need to do. But lip smacking and eye rolling is never acceptable. We do not smack our lips, make noises like or show disrespect with other gestures. Number 9, saying thank you. Always say thank you when somebody gives you something. You don't say it within 3 seconds of receiving the item, then teachers have the right to take it back. That is a moral rule. So if somebody gives you something, you need to say thank you. Now, I would like to compliment the students at Moral because almost everybody has been saying thank you in the lunch line. I hope that that happens to other adults if they hand you your tray if I'm not there in the lunch line. But I will say that overall, I feel like we have done a great job of saying thank you when we receive our tray. I hope you say that when you get your milk, or if your teacher gives you a pencil, or even a homework assignment. Say thank you because they're doing it to help you. There is no excuse for not showing appreciation. And receiving a gift. So, every once in a while you get a gift. Maybe at school, maybe at home. It could be from your grandparents. But what you need to do is if somebody gives you something, you never want to insult them by making a negative comment or insinuating that it wasn't appreciated. So if you get something, you need to be very excited to receive it. You don't want to say, oh, that's not my favorite color. You don't want to put it down. You don't want to say, oh, I already have one of these. Because if somebody went out of their way to give you a gift, we need to show that we appreciate it. Then privately, you could maybe have a conversation with your parent if it's a gift from a grandparent or aunt or uncle or something. But you need to be appreciative that they took the time and went out of their way to do something kind for you. So we're all about having good manners, and a lot of these rules don't just apply at school, they apply to your whole entire life because we want you to be the best people you can be, whether you're at school, at your home, or in your community. All right, Lions, that's all I have. I hope you have a marvelous Monday.